coming through clean. You guys know what Boss Man D-Lo said? Boss Man D-Lo said, I'm gonna pull up in the what the heck is that? Except he didn't say heck, but we say heck because this is a family-friendly channel. So Saucony Surge 3 first run review today. Under $100. That's what I paid for this shoe. And if you are looking to pay under $100 for your next running shoe, you have to check out the Supwell app. You guys have heard me talk about this, and people keep saying, where is the Supwell app? How can I download the Supwell app? Create an account at the link in the description, create the account there, and then you'll find the app to download in the app store. It's run through a third-party platform called Circle, but you have to create your account here. What does the Supwell app do? $1 a month, buy, sell, and trade gently used running shoes. And I really think I'm about to jack the price up for people who don't sign up. If you don't sign up by next few weeks, the lowest membership tier is gonna go up because the value is there, the community is there. I lowered the price to let people come in, and now people are here. So sign up now while you can. $1 a month. It's great if you don't have to live in the US. That's where most of the shoes are, and that's where most of the shipments are. But if you also want a training forum to ask any questions about your training, answer questions, DM me. People DM me left and right, random questions. What should I add to my rotation? Bro, I just did a 10K PR, and I say, good job. Keep putting in the work. Let's go. Bang. Slug life. So if you want any of that, come join the Supwell app. $1 a month. Let me just throw out a random date. November 18th. I'm raising the price of the lowest tier. You heard it here first. November 18th. That's exactly a week from today. So get in while you can. Other thing, Supwell.io. I want to make sure everyone knows about this shoe marketplace or shoe database. Let me throw up the screenshot that I did yesterday. You can see we have all the shoes in there, and you click into any shoe, and I have written reviews. I've written reviews, short reviews. So if you're evaluating shoes and you want some quick insights and you don't want to watch a long video, bang, shoe database. So check that all out and make sure to buy your new shoes through my Running Warehouse links. It helps support the channel. I'm just grinding. I'm grinding. I'm trying to figure it out. So all the support really helps. Let's get into it. Hold on. One more thing. Daily. Man, the issue is I always film these intros at the end, and I'm hungry. I'm literally hungry because I already ran. So that's the energy you're getting on the intro. I'm not gonna come out here when I'm fully fed, fully fattened up, rolling out of bed, fully hydrated. I'm dehydrated and I'm exhausted and I'm hungry and I'm ready to get it. We're ready to run it up. Let's go. Bang. Yeah. And out here at the shoe market, you don't even have any shoes. Let's go get some shoes. Man, there's nothing that makes me happier than just coming out here and grinding, trapping out the shoe market. Just getting up in the morning with a nice cup of coffee in my hands. Look at this. What do we have here? I think this is the Anaerobic Natural. Making a pour over. The thing is, I don't even wake up and listen to music anymore. I wake up to the sound of screaming babies. And that's the energy that I carry throughout the day. That's how you know we're going to get up and get after it. So we have the Saucony Surge 3 this morning. It's not even from Running Warehouse. This is a shoe that's so affordable and so niche. Running Warehouse doesn't even sell it. Running Warehouse doesn't sell the lower entry-level products. A lot of the time they have the core running lineup. This is outside of the core running lineup. This is not a mainstream Saucony shoe. It's their budget shoe. So why do I have a Running Warehouse box? Well, I usually like to have a Running Warehouse box out here. This is what I've been doing, because if I don't have the Running Warehouse box and I forget to tell you guys to buy your links through my channel, or to buy your links through my channel. I didn't have enough of that coffee. To buy your shoes through my links, because it helps support the channel. The thing is, this is an unopened box. I usually have a bunch of open boxes that I put things in and bring them out here. Charlie threw out all of my opened boxes that were sitting in my office. She was trying to organize things. She probably threw out a pair of shoes as well. and she definitely threw out the Maurten. You guys keep asking me for an update on the Maurten situation. I will run the footage right here, and you can let me know. This was the footage when I asked her, did she throw out $500 worth of Maurten? Take a look. Hey, did you happen to throw out some empty boxes of Maurten in the pantry? No. Oh, you know where they are? Yeah.
Maybe. Mommy, look at this. Why? What did you have in there?
They just weren't empty. There were some brand new boxes that weren't.
I don't think I threw anything out that was yours. I might have organized it.
Okay.
Did you do like a thorough look or just?
Yeah, I did a thorough look. All right, so to get me back on my feet, make sure to buy your shoes through my link so I can buy more Maurten and from Running Warehouse and buy more shoes. So let's get that shoe out of here. I'm gonna open that one up later this week. That's a Carbon County shoe right there. That's a Carbon County shoe. You guys don't even know about that shoe. It's niche. It's another niche. Maybe this is niche week. So this is the Saucony Surge shoe. Let's just open it. Hold on. One other thing I was thinking about that is absolutely hilarious. Look at this. Saucony Surge 3. So I bought this for $70 on Saucony.com. Awesome deal. I love that Saucony has an affordable shoe that they're pricing low, but look how they ship it. Look, they don't even say from Saucony. You know what they say? From Wolverine Worldwide. Meanwhile, and we had the whole discussion about running influencers last week. I have no problem with running influencers, but meanwhile, they send the Saucony Endorphin Elite in a 2x4 package with green light and liquid nitrogen popping out. Come on. Can I get a little bit of zing? If this, hopefully the box is not damaged. That's all I can hope for here. A little bit of zing on the $70 shoe. Okay, box doesn't look damaged. That's a good sign. Shout out to Wolverine Worldwide putting in work. Shout out to all my conglomerates out there and multinational corporations putting in work to keep prices low. Shout out to the big dogs keeping the prices low via economy of scale. So what is the Saucony Surge 3? Let's go back. Let's go back to 2022 to answer that question. This is the Saucony Triumph 20. Complete banger. One of my highest mileage shoes of all time. This thing has 350 miles on it, and it's still going. It is still going. I told you I wasn't listening to Larry June or anything this morning, but I was listening to Larry June yesterday. I've been listening to a lot of Cardo produced music. So then I said, okay, I got to go back to basics. Mr. Midnight. You guys know Mr. Midnight? It's absolute banger. Go listen to that mixtape if you have not. Mr. Midnight by Larry June. That's the energy we're coming with for the rest of Q4 2024. Feeling good today. 6 hustles. Still active. I could keep naming song titles, but you might as well just go listen to that to yourself, because then you're going to get up off the couch and go grind. But you could just watch my videos, because I'm going to tell you to do the same thing. Get up off the couch and go grind. Saucony Triumph 20. This was their cushioned daily trainer, and it's interesting because this category has changed and evolved a lot. I was thinking about this yesterday as I was running in the Brooks Ghost Max 2. That's now a cushioned daily trainer. That's not Max Stack. That's not Max Stack. Glycerin Max is Super Max Stack. Puma Mag Max is Super Max Stack. And then you have the shoes category below, like the Saucony Triumph 20s of the world. These guys are just daily trainers now. So 37 millimeters of beaded TPU foam in the back, 27 millimeters of beaded TPU foam in the front for a 10 millimeter drop. That was an issue some people had with the shoe, but it became a cult classic because of the versatility. This beaded TPU foam, same thing that's in Adidas Ultra Boost. That Boost foam is a beaded TPU. It lasts forever. It's bouncy. It's comfortable. It breaks in. And when I say forever, I really do mean forever. Forever, ever? Yes, forever, ever. My first pair of Ultra Boost went 700 miles. Forever, ever. So similar foam in here. Great bounce. Great for long runs. Very versatile shoe. This was the shoe that first sparked my high mileage journey. Well, this shoe didn't spark it, but I was excited to run this shoe, and I was using this shoe a lot for my first ever 80-mile week. So fond place in my heart. Charlie also got me this shoe for Christmas 2022. This is the Robert Frost colorway, stopping by Woods on a snowy evening. Look at that. Whose Woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me standing here to watch his wood fill up with snow. Is it stopping here or standing here? My little horse must think it. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Charlie's going to flame me if she watches this. But yeah, this is the Robert Frost colorway. This one is... Oh, is that some poop? Bro, is that poop? This was in the closet. That's what happens. I have too many shoes, so this one got relegated to the closet. But yeah, poop or not, this is the weather-resistant colorway. Very versatile shoe. Lots of runners loved it. So this was the 20. They updated it in the 21, just put a different upper on it. And then 22, bada boom, bada bang. They changed the entire formula. It's, oh my gosh, it's so much heavier in my hand. I call this thing the oomph. And you know what? Some people like this shoe. I'm not going to say it's a terrible, horrible shoe. I ran 20-mile days in it. I ran 20-mile, or I think a 22 or 23-mile long run in it, and I didn't get injured. It was comfortable enough, but the geometry is different. The weight is different. The foam is way different. They were supposed to upgrade the foam, right? This is supposed to become a race foam or a super foam, as some people say. I don't use that word, super foam, but this is supposed to be their race foam, but it is way stiffer. They changed it a ton, and then they dropped the Hurricane 24, which is just a better version of what this was trying to be. So it's caught the current Triumph in a no man's land. It's not a cushion daily trainer, and it's not a super max stack shoe. Some bigger runners like it as a daily trainer, but man, it just has way too much padding, way too much everything, super heavy for how much cushioning you're getting here. It's a hot mess. That's what this shoe is. I'm not saying it's a bad shoe, but it's a hot mess, and it's a big departure from the last version. So why am I talking Triumph, Triumph, Triumph? Thank you for still sticking with me as we're talking about the Triumph. Well, because the Surge 3, if you look at the pictures, man, it looks exactly like the Triumph. They're using Power Run Plus. The midsole contouring is the same exact thing as the Triumph 20 and 21. And it looks, and even the outsole looks the exact same as the Triumph 20. So, man, did they just do a switcheroo here? Did they keep all those production materials for the Triumph 20 and 21 and then give us hobby joggers a secret surprise in the Surge 3 and then cut the price to $30? Is this going to be Saucony's biggest banger of the year and we just haven't known about it? Have we been sleeping on Saucony this entire time? Really, they were for hobby joggers and all this other shenanigans. These were all diversions, all the Endorphin Elite drops at $300. That was just a diversion. And the Surge 3 has been sitting here just waiting to come to the shoe market and be glorified and sanctified at the altar of mileage. I'm sorry if that went too far for anybody out there. I do not want to be sacrilegious, but let's open the box and find out. Bada boom, bada bang. $70. Woo! All right, let's see. Looking clean. All right, first thing here, out the box, out the gates. Dad Drip certified. This is more than Dad Drip certified. This is just straight up fresh. This is straight up fresh, dog. If I had to change one thing, it would be this blue back here on the top part of the upper. Let's get some better angles. Can I get some angles on my Surge 3? Yeah. Can I get some angles on my Surge 3? All naturals, and I got no surgery. All right, I'm sorry. I'm just on one. All right. Yeah, look at this. So one thing I'm just critiquing, design critique right now. This blue is different than this blue. We don't need two shades of blue on the same shoe. Also, this white is different than this white. This is off-white, and this is white. Other than that, you're not going to be able to see that when it's on foot. Very clean shoe. Looking real healthy. And let's see. Power Run Plus foam in here. It is beaded TPU. It does have the same exact layout. Oh, man. Look at that. Same exact, or is it slightly... Yeah, it is slightly different. Okay, look. Triumph 20, there's a strip right here. Surge, it's connected. Like, the Surge has this half split in part, so these are two pieces. The Triumph is three pieces. 1, 2, 3. But very similar layout. It is certainly meant to suggest where it gets its DNA and heritage from. And even from this angle too, a little offset angle. You can see, man, look at those boys. Look at the stances right there. They're lurking, they're creeping. You can see similar stances, and then from the back, hey, they contoured the foam differently for sure. Contoured the foam differently, but similar. And they're calling it, what they say, Power Visi? Power Visi. Is this glow in the dark Saucony always says Visi when they're doing glow in the dark. Maybe the shoe is glow in the dark. And I don't actually know if they're calling this foam Power Run Plus, which is the beaded TPU, but it looks exactly like Power Run Plus. I would have a hard time believing it's not Power Run Plus. But to the touch here, it is firmer than the Triumph 20. However, I'm not going to say the Surge 3 or the foam in this is firmer than the old Triumphs, just because, remember, 350 miles here on this Triumph, so it is broken in and softened up. But it feels firmer. It also feels like it's going to give us some good bounce. And then we do still have that 10 millimeter drop. It is the same stack height, so 37 millimeters in the back and 27 millimeters in the front. But it looks pretty clean. The foam is going to last forever, and it was $70. Let's throw this thing on the scale, see where it weighs in compared to the newer Triumphs and the real Triumph. And then let's see if this shoe can really be a Triumph. On second glance, this is semi giving me orthotics vibes, but it's also kind of clean. Pull up in that baby blue geriatric 20. Kobe. All right, man, let's throw this guy on the scale. It feels, just doing those glamour shots right there, I was thinking, boy, does this shoe feel heavy. I could just be hyping up an absolute brick right now. It looks like an absolute brick with how white this is. Oh, gosh. Shout out to Pusha T putting in work. All right, let's put this on. My guess is this is heavy. This is at least 320. This is at least 320, probably 330s. Let's see. Yeah, 334.5 grams. Woo, that is a heavy guy. So maybe this Power Run Plus or whatever beaded foam is a touch denser. It looks really comfortable though. This upper is comfortable looking. The tongue has a lot of padding. There's a nice material on the tongue. The thing is, if you handed this to somebody who wasn't a running shoe nerd or even a running shoe nerd, if you handed this to anybody on, you know what I should do? I should go post on Reddit right now. Oh, leak of the Triumph 23. And they would believe me. A lot of those people would believe me. Not on the Supwell app, though. They're too smart. They would know. If you posted this on the Supwell app, they would say, nah, bro, that's the Surge 3. You can't fool us. But go to one of those other forums, you might be able to trick them. But this, it looks like a quality shoe just in my hand. I mean, I got this. I can't believe I got this for $70. It could be a horrible brick, but it looks good. And it looks like it's going to be decently comfortable for walking at least. So good snag either way. And if we're thinking about a beginner running shoe, $70 for something well built from a major respected brand, that's not bad. So heavier side because of the comfort built in, 330 grams. Let's see the Triumph 20, the famed, the respected. Feels much lighter in my hands. It feels so much lighter. Let's see. Yeah, it's about 30 grams lighter, and this version has more padding in the upper because it is the Run Shield edition. So 297 grams, about 10% lighter than the Surge 3. And let's take a look at the Oomph 22. Haven't brought this guy out for a while because I said I'm not bringing out mid shoes to the shoe market anymore. Look at this, 327 grams. So wow, the Surge 3 is heavier than the Oomph. Would you look at that? So let's see. The Triumph 22, wider base. They both have a lot of padding, but the Triumph looks like it has more padding. So I'm guessing a lot of the weight is coming from this very dense foam. And is it going to be super firm? It could be super firm. This is also the type of shoe that might require some break-in. So we'll see what we can get out of it, out of today's run. But about the same weight as the new Triumph. And then I did want to bring out another affordable running shoe, affordable in the grand scheme of training shoes. So this starts at, or the MSRP of the Adizero SL2 by Adidas is $130. Thing is, Adidas is often running sales, and you can typically find a colorway of this at least once every 2 months for sale under $100. So if you wait, you can find this for 97 something dollars. So this would be my favorite of the sub $100 shoes. Also, the Nike Vomero is another solid one. Similar stack as the Surge 3 here, but more flexibility in the forefoot and what seems to be a softer foam in that versus this. This seems to be firmer. But let's show the SL2 on the scale. This is a relatively lightweight shoe coming in at 261 grams. They achieve this by putting all this race foam in the midsole. So you can see right here, Light Strike Pro. So this foam under here, there's two different types of foam. You have a firmer one wrapping the race foam on the inside. So this is a fun, peppy, fast shoe. Surge 3, this is going to be more of an everyday cruiser or even jogging, walking shoe. Let's show the other one on for a QA check. Bang, 331.5 grams. Not bad. Pretty close in weight. That's a pass. Shout out to Wolverine Worldwide and all the other multinational conglomerations putting in work. Is conglomerations even a word, or is it conglomerates? All right, ready? Kobe. I'm not going to do the Devin Booker joke again. I'm not going to do it. I forgot, man. I was actually listening to a lot of Port of San Francisco, too, by Larry June. That's when he really, 2019 is when he really started hitting his stride, just dropping tape after tape after tape, doing absolute numbers. I'm back feeling motivated. All right, lacing up the Surge 3 here. And this could be an absolute brick. This could be terrible. This could be just me going down a rabbit hole of nothingness. It could be. It could also be a pretty cool winter training shoe, not in this colorway, but a nice winter workhorse, comfortable, that feels good. And man, I gotta tell you, right out of the box here, this is a comfortable shoe. It has that same feeling I had when I laced up the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 24 last week. And I said, just, man, this is comfortable. Let's throw on the other Triumph real quick. All right, I want to get this side by side with the Triumph 20. Now, of course, again, 350 miles in the Triumph 20. I got to say, the upper fit is way better on the Surge 3. That was always one of the issues with the 20, and that's why they did an upper update in the 21. The fit was somewhat off in the 20, but Surge 3 feels good. Triumph feels more broken in. Let's do a walk test. Oh man, these are too pure white. I can already tell, but fit is good. If anything, this fit's a half size long. That's interesting because Saucony shoes usually fit snug and tight, but the fit is nice. The toe box is wide enough. I'm getting some of that classic Saucony rubbing, but not too bad. Very comfortable, man. This upper on the Surge 3 is great. Again, if they priced this at $160, $170 and said this is the Triumph 23, people would buy it just right out of the box. It looks like a Triumph. It feels like a Triumph. This might be Saucony's best upper of the year, and it's on this $70 shoe. Actually, MSRP, I keep saying $70. I don't actually know what the MSRP of this shoe is. I bought it for $70, and it's been on sale for that $70 for a while. MSRP, I believe, is something like $110 or $120. I'll flash up the MSRP on the screen here. But main differences I'm noticing so far, if you just look at the Triumph foam, it's beaten down. It is past its prime. You can see there's creasing on the top here, and as I step down, you can see the compression in just the forefoot too. I feel way lower to the ground. It's way more flexible. This shoe it's seen better days for sure. So most of the differences I'm feeling in the foam and the midsole, I'm guessing, are because how much use the Triumph 20 has. But man, Surge feels supportive. It feels stable. The back of the heel feels solid. I could wear this all day at Disney World. So let's lace the other one up and talk through a plan for the run. So plan this morning is 16-mile run with 9 at marathon pace. No, I'm just kidding. Plan is 10 miles, 10 to 12. I think I'm just gonna do 10 actually. Just 10 around the hood here. And we'll see how the Surge does for everyday miles. We'll see how it does as a daily trainer. But man, on step-in, it is very comfortable and the upper is very comfortable. I'm impressed so far. I was getting nervous when I was inside listening to Larry June changing into my running clothes. I was nervous because I was thinking, man, am I just hyping up an absolutely terrible shoe? But hey, this is an investigation. The entire point of this video is to highlight a shoe and investigate whether or not it's worth it. We don't know. All right, let's do this. 10 miles in the Surge 3, bada boom, bada bang. All right, not even down the driveway here, but this is not a brick, thankfully. I was getting really nervous as this is gonna be a brick. It's not. It's heavy, but it's triumphant. It is very Triumph-like with the bounce here. Man, early overreaction. This is a shoe that has some great bounce and protection. Good cushion. And overall comfortable. Man, at 70 bucks, unless the shoe starts bottoming out or something, at 70 bucks, this is an awesome beginner comfort shoe for someone who just wants a shoe to get out there and go. Also, day 3 with the new GoPro. Changed some more settings. I'm gonna change one setting from yesterday, or 2 settings. So hopefully this is better. We shall see. We're learning and we're growing. First straightaway here. Bounce on these is good. It's comparable to the shoe I ran in yesterday, the Ghost Max 2, standard training foam with some elements of excitement. That's what this is. That's why people love Power Run Plus so much. And I actually put the Glycerin 21 on my list of best replacements for the Triumph. So this feels very similar to a Ghost Max 2 or a Glycerin in a good way. Underfoot comfort. This is just a comfortable shoe. Probably the most comfortable shoe I've tried under $100. All right, mile 1, 7:25 pace. Comfort is great. Bounce is solid. Biggest complaint so far is the weight. It feels heavier than I would anticipate, but I also don't know if my legs are just tired, because I ran 23 miles on Sunday and 16 yesterday. Could be that I'm just in my head, but not a lightweight shoe on foot, that's for sure. And the thing is, if you already have something like the Puma Mag Max or the Brooks Glycerin Max, this has no place in your rotation. But if you're looking for a max cushion shoe under $100, that's where this starts coming into play. All right, blue sky nature shots with the new GoPro. Let me know. Is it better? Is it the same? Is it worse? So far, I felt like everything is just 5% better, which is annoying because I paid more than 5% more for this new one. I was hoping for a significant jump in quality. We'll see though. Maybe today with the new settings that happened. Maybe not. Probably not. Bees in the trap, bees in the trap. And somebody posted on the Supwell app yesterday a list of the top 10 running shoes sold from one of the major retailers. And no, it was not the Super Blast and the Saucony Endorphin and the Saucony Hurricane and the Nike Alpha Fly and the Nova Blast. Yeah, Nova Blast didn't even crack this list. You know what shoes it is? Brooks Glycerin, Brooks Ghost, Hoka Bandai, Hoka Clifton. The only shoe on that list that running shoe sickos really rock is the Nimbus. So the top movers out there are comfortable cushioned shoes that feel good on foot and get the job done. And most of the time that job is walking and standing all day. So 2 miles in here, let me tell you, this is an absolute comfort banger. $70. Got some nice running miles out of it and just super comfortable on foot. This is not a shoe where I'm gonna be throwing down 25-mile long runs. There's so many other shoes out there, and I wouldn't suggest this shoe if that's what you're doing. But if you just want something comfortable and cushioned at a good price that you can throw down some miles here and there in, which is what most people use running shoes for, this is gonna be great. It's like a Brooks Glycerin at half the price. Homeboy back there was pulling up in the Infinity sedan like a James Bond villain. Infinity sedans, that's not a good vibe. You're either dealing, stealing, or something else. That's not good. No, I'm not sorry for the Infinity sedan owner strays. Go trade that thing in for a Camry and be an upright citizen. Mile 3, 7:05 up the hill. This shoe is not bad at all. It's like a firmer Nike Invincible, cushioned, bouncy, 10mm drop. Difference here is I suspect this will not bottom out, just given the construction of this foam and my experience with it in the Triumph and the Ultra Boost. These guys want to come to the Max Cushion gang, to the Don, telling us to fly to Austin, Texas for the running event. Here's the thing, the Don doesn't go to the shoes. The shoes come to the Don. The shoes come to the market. The market does not travel to Texas. The only Texas I know is a thick slab of Texas toast. A burnt piece at that. Mile 4, 7:10 pace. This is softening up even within the run. And it's becoming a nice, soft, cushioned, bouncy platform. This is a really solid shoe. I'm impressed and surprised and relieved. I did not want to run 10 miles in a brick. At mile 5, almost, here's what this shoe is. If the Mercedes-Benz GLE is the Puma Mag Max, or if the Puma Mag Max is the Mercedes-Benz GLE SUV, German engineering, warning, cushioned, luxurious, swagged out. Well, at least the Mag Max has the hobby jogger cachet. If the Mag Max is the GLE, maybe even AMG GLE. This thing is the Ford Explorer ST. American, not as cachet and swagged out, but it will get you 96% there, 90% there. It has all the features. Not gonna be as comfortable and sleek, but the core functionality is there. And honestly, the looks aren't too bad either. Barefoot Mafia looking real timid today. Looking real timid. Yeah, you go run. They thought we were getting sweet. They thought we were getting sweet. I told you, nothing sweet except the $700 worth of Maurten sitting at the North Charlotte garbage trap house. Bro, Wolverine Worldwide literally sounds like the name of an evil conglomeration. I don't even know if conglomeration is a word, but I'm gonna say it because it sounds fun. Wolverine Worldwide. What does Wolverine Worldwide produce? Wrong answers only. And you know the CEO of Wolverine Worldwide, you know he's pulling up in that Infiniti sedan, flexing. And I think we're gonna have some crispy footage today. I think the GoPro is finally clicking. But what I was gonna say is, these shoes remind me of Betty Crocker for some reason. Betty Crocker vanilla cake, then you get the funfetti from the shorts. It's never easy. Never. It can be relaxed, it can be smooth. We can know what we need to do, but the execution is never easy. So any day that we come out here and execute, go ahead, pat yourself on the back, because you're running it up. We're getting closer to our goals. It's not supposed to be easy. A wise man once said, if it were easy, everyone would be doing it. We gotta put our steel wool socks on, our barbed wire undies, and hit the road. Let's go. Oh, look at that. Can the GoPro get that? Can it get the bird? Can we get a close-up of the bird, please? GoPro, zoom in on the bird. I don't think the voice command is that strong. At mile 8, 7:15 pace, we were just cruising. This thing is so easy to run in. It's completely disappeared on foot, which is what you want in a max cushion shoe, in a comfortable everyday shoe. Good job, Saucony. Shout out Saucony, shout out Wolverine Worldwide. All my big dog conglomerations putting in work. You see the Hummer? Max cushion gang. Bro, we've been grinding so hard, we made the Waste Pro truck roll backwards down the hill. That's how hard we've been grinding. Shout out to my hobby cyclist putting in work. Let me know he was on the sidewalk, waited till we were in the street, and then he passed me. That's some good hobby cyclist, hobby jogger symbiosis right there. Before I forget, I don't want to forget to say this in the breakdown. I know the Saucony ride is going to come up in conversation. That was moderately brick-like to me. The more I ran in it, the less I liked it. It was firm, unforgiving, stiff, and not fun. This is way more cushion and comfortable feeling. This takes it for comfort for sure. Ride maybe had some more speed capability to it, more of that snap through on the toe off, but the comfort here is a lot better, way better. GoPro, Wingardium Leviosa. GoPro, teleport me home. Bang! Look at that. That's some Mint Hill magic for you right there. All right, let's see what we got. Back at the Conglomeration HQ. That's a new word. I just made it up. Conglomeration is a portmanteau. 10 miles and 28 hundredths, 712 pace. Bro, I'm telling you, this is one of these shoes where if you blindfolded somebody and you told them, man, if you told somebody who hasn't tried a lot of shoes, or even somebody who has tried a lot of shoes, this is the Triumph 23, or this is the Puma Mag Max 2, you might fool them. You might fool them. This is a lot of value in a $70 package. Comfortable, cushioned, disappears on foot, and a great shoe for putting in the work. I don't even have much more to say, but let's do the breakdown anyway. Oh man, we got some super weird lighting at this time of day, huh? I had to pop out on them in the baby blue hoodie to match the Surge 3. So Saucony Surge 3, max cushion, everyday running shoe, $70? Man, $70. I was hoping this would be good. I didn't know. And it surpassed my expectations. I was hoping it would be solid. I was hoping it would be a replacement for the Triumph, and it is very triumphant. Same stack height as the Triumph. Very similar foam compound. It might be tweaked here, and to the touch, it's not super soft when I'm pushing it in, but if you're a bigger runner and if you're putting some time on feet in this shoe, it's gonna soften up and open up. And look at this, great rubber coverage. So overall, solid shoe, $70 banger. Let's check in the insole. Oh, nice soft insole too. I don't do this usually, but let me show you guys. I realized the insole can make a big difference. This might even be a Power Run PB insole. Let me see. No, it says eTPU. It says eTPU right there. So it looks like it's the same type of material as the foam, but soft. So good insole, man. Good foam. Overall, a solid shoe, comfortable fit. No, I didn't get any of that rubbing. Comfortable toe box. It's a touch roomy. If you're looking for a max cushion shoe and you're on a budget, get this. But what I want to say right now, I'm gonna list off a bunch of shoes here. If you have the Nike Invincible 3, if you have the Puma Mag Max, if you have the Saucony Triumph, if you have the Asics Nova Blast 4, if you have the Asics Gel Nimbus, if you have the Adidas Supernova Prima, if you have the Adidas Supernova Rise, if you have the Nike Infinity Run 4, if you have the New Balance 1080 V13, if you have the New Balance More V5, do not buy this shoe. Okay, do not buy this shoe. If you have any of the, if you have the Skechers Max Road 6, if you have the Hoka Stack Flow, if you have the Hoka Stackward X, my ear is itchy. If you have any of those shoes, should I think of some more? If you have the Reebok Float Ride Energy X, if you have the Under Armour Infinity Elite, if you have the Asics Super Blast, do not buy this shoe. This is a great shoe. It's a banger. It's comfortable. It's cushioned. The stability is great. It's a workhorse. If you have the Brooks Glycerin, if you have the Brooks Ghost Max, if you have the Brooks Glycerin Max though, do not buy this shoe, because this shoe is gonna give you a lot of what any of those other shoes give you. Reason I'm saying this, man, hey, if you're a sneakerhead, go out there and buy it. But this is the type of shoe where it's gonna give you 90% of what those shoes do. Again, when we were out there, I was saying, if the Puma Mag Max German engineering is a Benz, a GLE, an AMG GLE Benz, comfortable, big engine, fast, aggressive, good in wet weather, AMG GLE 450 Benz. This is the Ford Explorer ST. Ford Explorer ST, American cushioned SUV mag stack shoe. So it's not gonna blow you away in the same way as the Super Max Stack shoe is, but at the $70 price point, it will. So if you are looking for an affordable everyday running shoe to go up to an hour-long runs or 30-minute runs, you are gonna love this thing. If you are typically a wearer of the Hoka Bandai, you are gonna love this thing. This is so much softer than the Hoka Bandai. It's a lot bouncier than the Hoka Clifton. If you are looking for a first running shoe and you are upgrading, you are gonna love this thing. If you are a walker and you like max stack to walk, you are gonna love this thing. Now, who is not gonna love this thing? Well, it is on the heavier side. It's heavy at 330 grams, just as heavy as the Saucony Hurricane, just as heavy as the Puma Mag Max, the Hoka Skyward X. It's a heavy max cushioned shoe. It's not a super max stack shoe, but it's just as heavy as some of those super max stack shoes. The materials they use on the upper are adding some bulk, similar to the Triumph, the standard Triumph, and this foam is very dense. And the density of the foam is a good thing, and I could feel on the downhills, I was getting more bounce out of the foam. It's tuned to be denser and more supportive. So bigger runners are gonna love this thing, but lighter on your feet type of runners, likely not gonna like this thing. And if you don't like max stack shoes, well, I don't know why you would click on this video, because I'm gonna title it, I found the best max cushion shoe under $100. So yeah, I don't know why you would wanna know what shoe it is, but if for some reason at this point in the video, you're interested in trying a max stack shoe, well, I guess this would be a good one to try. If you're looking to try your first max stack shoe and you typically don't like them, this would be good. But if you know that you don't like max stack, if you've tried tall shoes like the Glycerin, like the Ghost Max, like the Puma Mag Max and the Nike Invincible and the New Balance 1080s and more V5s of the world, if you don't like those types of shoes, you're not gonna like this either, because it feels like a max cushion shoe. Fall allergies, I guess, I don't know. So in terms of the ride characteristic of this though, it's in that Goldilocks zone where it's not too soft, not too firm. Just walking around here, it feels on the firmer side, supportive, but cushion. And then as I'm running, it's softened up considerably, probably 5 to 7% softer throughout the run. The feel of that, I could tell on mile 4, mile 5, wow, this is getting a lot softer, a lot bouncier. And then by the end, it's not a super max stack shoe, so it's not a shoe where I would want to do 20-mile long runs in it, but it felt like it was disappearing on foot, and it's not bothersome at all, similar to a shoe like the Supernova Prima, and smooth, very smooth for $70. And so overall, I'm highly impressed with this thing. I think this might be some sort of glow-in-the-dark colorway as well, because they have the Vizzy in the back, and then randomly there's green on the tongue right here. So let's answer the 3 questions that we typically answer when doing these analyses, and then we can close it out. First, how does it do versus its intended purpose? Let's throw up the run here. The intended purpose of a shoe like this, what I'm pulling for a run like today, which is relaxed miles, 10 miles. I did a video yesterday on zone 2 training and why I don't train by heart rate, but how I get some of the same benefits by running a lot of relaxed miles. And if you remember the videos I did last week, I said, man, I'm gonna need some more recovery. I'm gonna need some more relaxed miles, turn around after the long run. So today's Tuesday, did the long run Sunday. I had been doing the workout on Tuesday with 1 day of recovery, but decided to take another recovery day today. So for a relaxed run the day before a workout, what I'm looking for in a shoe is comfort, cushion, the ability to pick up the pace here and there if I want it. And that's exactly what the shoe had. I didn't do any strides, but for most of that run, I was cruising around. Let's throw up the splits again. I don't know, 7. Every time I looked at my watch, it was 7:15, 7:05. So my slowest mile was probably the first few miles at a 7:20 something. Fastest mile was likely around 7:03, 7:04, 7:05. So perfect for that, for its intended purpose, comfort, cushion, and support. It did great, absolutely great. 10 out of 10 for its intended purpose. Now, second question that we answer in these analyses, how does it do versus the other shoes in its category? And let's not think about price here. Let's think about specs. Comfortable, cushioned shoes designed for everyday miles. Asics Nova Blast 4. We could even go up to the Puma Mag Max shoes. Brooks Glycerin, New Balance 1080. If you start comparing them against those shoes, it feels slightly bulkier on foot. It does feel heavier on foot. It's only 335 grams, which is the same as the Hoka Skyward X, and just 15 grams heavier than the Puma Mag Max. But because you're not getting as much bounce out of the foam, because this is a standard training foam still, even though it's an awesome foam in this beaded TPU formulation, it's gonna be heavier and it's gonna be not as bouncy as we've come to expect from these shoes with race foam formulations in them. So this is not a race foam. It's not going to give you the bounce that you'd get out of a super max stack shoe. It's not going to give you the softness that you get out of something like the Glycerin Max. So it is a more standard ride, but you are getting the protection and the comfort benefits. So with that, this is a great shoe for those everyday miles. For people who are doing 30-minute runs, 45-minute runs, hour-long runs, this is beautiful. $70 for a comfortable max cushion shoe that's gonna be fun to run in for your everyday miles, and you can walk, looks good too. And I would wear this around town. It's a great value compared to all those other shoes, half the price of the Nova Blast. Now the Nova Blast 5 is coming out soon. I will get that whenever people ask me about the Evo SL and the Nova Blast 5. I will get those whenever they're available to buy for the public. I will buy them and bring them into the channel. So versus the rest of the shoes in its category, heavier but just as comfortable and bouncier even than some of those shoes, bouncier than the Nova Blast 5, easier to run in, or Nova Blast 4. Some platforms, for example, Nova Blast 4 have this disconnected feel where the heel hits before the forefoot. I was not getting that here, even with the 10mm drop. It is smooth. So that is something that this shoe has that its peers, some of its peers, do not in the max cushion category. It is a relatively smooth shoe, and the bounce is gonna get better the bigger you are or the faster you are running up to a certain point. I am not personally gonna be running race pace in this, but if you're training for a first half marathon and just want a comfortable shoe and you're on a budget, bang, awesome shoe right here, 70 bucks, and it's gonna get the job done. So last question, how does it compare to everything else on the market? This is where we do look at price, and there's two sides of the coin here, right? Every coin has two sides. The first side of the coin is the price. Literally, one side of the coin says the price, right? Does the coin say the price? Does a quarter say 25 cents on the front? But the price, 70 bucks or MSRP. What, I don't even know what the MSRP is. It's under, I believe it's under 130. So let's call it 70 bucks. So that's what I paid for it, and I'm pretty sure this deal is still going. So 70 bucks MSRP versus the rest of the market. This is a no-brainer if you want a comfortable cushion shoe and you're looking to add that into your running arsenal and you don't have it yet. Now, if we compare it to the rest of the market into your rotation right now, if you have any of those shoes that I listed off, that's where the value proposition, that's where the marginal benefit or what you're gonna get out of the shoe isn't gonna be as good. And this is how I think about it. If I have the Puma Mag Max and I have the Saucony Surge 3, I have 10 runs per week. I have a limited number of miles per year. And this is one of the things that I've realized on the channel this year, right? Even if I run 5,000 miles this year, I can only do 100-mile reviews on so many shoes. I can only do so many first runs because then that detracts the wear testing I can do from other shoes. And if I run in the Surge 3, I'm not gonna be running in the Mag Max. There's an opportunity cost. So if I bring this shoe into my rotation, or if you are a sneakerhead, a running shoe nerd, and you bring this shoe into the rotation, the opportunity cost is that you're gonna be putting miles on this that would otherwise go to any of those shoes, any of those other shoes that I listed. So is that worth it? Would I sacrifice, this is the way to think about it, would I sacrifice miles in the Mag Max for miles in the Surge 3? No. Would I sacrifice miles in the Supernova Prima, which is a dead center of the market shoe for the Saucony Surge 3? Maybe. Maybe. It's all about preference. So if you like 10mm drop shoes, if you like Goldilocks Gang Zone shoes, not too soft, not too firm, if you don't mind the feeling of additional weight on foot because you are a bigger runner or run with more power, if you like lots of cushion and comfort, then you might like this more than some of those other shoes on the market. So where this slots in is a comfortable cushion, everyday shoe, 10mm drop, lots of good support, complete banger for $70. If you want a max stack shoe, man, this is a great buy right now. I'm impressed. I told you guys up there, I was getting nervous that I was about to sacrifice miles in a better shoe for miles in a brick. But it's not a brick. I would happily run in this again. I'm not sure when I will. I might just pull up fresh to the parent-teacher coffee, looking like Betty Crocker. So there we have it today. That is the review of the Saucony Surge 3 first run review, 10 miles. If you guys want to see more testing on this, let me know. But given my experience with this type of foam, I also think this is going to be a super durable shoe. So that was all I have for you guys today. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Hold on, one more thing, man. Breaking the fourth wall here. I was sitting here editing the video. Where was this? Let me just Google it. And I was saying, man, I was getting nervous after I did the breakdown. Oh, maybe they reduced or they took away the sale. No, look at this. They did not take away the sale. It's $60 now. I paid $70. They dropped it to $60, and they have 3 colorways, all in the same $60 price. This gray with turquoise. This was also a Triumph 20 colorway. They have the white and blue, the one we have, and then they have the black Air Force One Criminal Activity colorway. So $60 for this? We talking $60? And that is absolutely crazy. And you already know what it is. We have Waste Pro out there putting in work. This is a grind fest. This is not a ShoeTube channel. This is a grind fest. We have Waste Pro putting in work on a Tuesday. Let's go. Get out of bed and grind. All right, Supwell Kitchen lunchtime edition. You guys know lunchtime is not always glorious here because I'm fighting for myself, but this is pretty solid. We got the sourdough toast. I did not burn it. City boys up 1. Suburb dads up 1. Sourdough toaster 0. With the Aldi vegan burgers, Aldi vegan cheese. I did a full avocado. Good mix of carbs, fat, and protein. Let's see if I can find something green. Look at that. Bang. Fresh spinach. And then you know what? You know what's going to be the pièce de résistance? You guys don't even know what this is. You're not going to see this coming. Watch. Out here trapping with the farmer's market pickles. You can't stop me today. I already told you this is a grind fest today. Look at that. 1, 2. You know what? I'm just going to do 1 on each. 1 on each. So it's a delight in the middle. Surprise and delight. And then we can fold it up. No sauce. Avocado is good enough sauce. Man, look at that. Bobby Flay. Who? This is Supwell Kitchen. This is Supwell Kitchen. Look at that. That's not bad for a working lunch. That is not bad for a working lunch. Just whip that together. Let's go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get your hustle up. Let's lock in and get active. Q4 24. This is the thing. A lot of people take Q4 off. They think it's the time to get soft. They think it's the time to get sweet. They're out here eating gravy, mashed potatoes, and turkey. We might eat that. I'm not going to eat the turkey, the gravy, and the mashed potatoes. I might. But I'm also going to lock in and empty the tank. We're not sitting on the couch. We're running it up. Q4 2024. Let's go. Supwell Kitchen back in action. Look at this. Woo! Well, we haven't had it on the... I don't even know. I guess it's not back in action. That was disrespectful. I'm sorry. All right, we have... Oh, my goodness. This is just marvelous looking. This is absolutely exquisite. This is what's going to build Supwell into a conglomeration. Look at this. We have penne Alfredo with peas, broccoli, and tofu. And you can tell she did something special with the tofu. Lemon pepper tofu, so it's extra crispy. This is the type of... Oh, we got to make sure. Okay, let's clean it up here. This is the type of stuff that we need to see on the Supwell app. Look at this. The thing is, the lighting is not good because there's no more natural light because it's winter. But oh my goodness. Should we drop the recipe on the Supwell app? She said yes. You heard that? Supwell Kitchen channel launching soon on the Supwell app. Stay tuned. It's just a channel it's a feed. What should we call it? Feed? Yeah, the Supwell Kitchen feed. Look at that. And you can share your own recipes. $10 a month? How much? $5 a month? It's a public service. It's okay, free, she says. It's going to be included in the Supwell app membership. And like I said, Supwell app membership is going up November 18th. So get in before it goes. And we'll be adding the Supwell Kitchen feed then too. This is so good. All right. This looks super good. Oh my gosh. She is like Miss Joanna. Joanna Gaines who? I never heard of Magnolia. Hold on. Everyone was hyping up the tofu. So we have to do a 1 bite. Everybody knows the rules. This lighting is horrible because we have the fluorescent lights on. But all right, 1 bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Right? Did you get a crispy piece?
Yeah, crispy, umami, salty. Fire. This is a banger. Terrible light, but a banger.